I feel the silence chasing me. Shadows follow me.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining this Career Guidance TIEC Career Forum 2025 Guide for Job Hunting in Japan for Science and Technology students. Today we will discuss two themes here. The first one is career exploration for sciences and technology students. The second one is typical job hunting pathways for international students in science and technology field. This will be 90-minute seminar, so we will set up a short break after the first session. So after each session, we're going to have a Q&A session. So please feel free to ask any questions you may have. So we'd appreciate it if you could stay until the end. And first of all, let us tell you about the goal of this seminar. After finishing this session, we hope that you will bring back with you these elements. The first, this seminar will capture the changes in Japanese companies. We will especially introduce some recent developments and trends in the human resource management of Japanese companies. The second is understanding the evolving career paths, especially in Japanese company. The third one is to be able to start the job hunting process with deep self-awareness. And then you will briefly be aware of the work permission. And then we hope you all remember that action brings opportunities through participating in this seminar. Before starting this seminar, let me introduce myself. My name is Keiko Kawase, a career consultant for international students, and I'll be your navigator in this seminar. So I'm so excited to be here with you all. In the first section, we will be introducing the following two topics. So now, let us step into the first topic. The first, let us describe the work of the Department of Science and Technology. The science and technology measure cover a very wide range of fields, including agriculture and veterinary medicine and fishery, medicine and pharmacy and pharmaceutical science and chemical science and for mechanical engineer and electrical engineering and pure mathematics. And great news for all is that most Japanese companies are trying to hire people who are well versed in science and technology in order to compete in the global race for technological development. So especially jobs related area of space engineering, artificial intelligence, and autonomous intelligence and robotics are high demand in Japanese industry. So these fields have recently received a lot of attention in new industry. And next, let us explain about the jobs of scientific and technology measures. And when you talk about the career, especially for the PhD students, you may consider advantage of your career to academia or advance to the corporate employees or work for someone. But not start your own business or self-employed. These three options are widely available even for the international students studying and living in Japan. But today's main topic in the center, a corporate employee will work for someone. This is the thing. that we'll explain to you today. And first of all, let's take a look at the overview of jobs that science and technology personnel can perform based on the process in which products are made. It begins with research. In general, research is development at two different things. Research is responsible for the fundamentals, while development is responsible for the specifics. Specific tasks may include product design, system design, production, technical sales, and customer support. Other jobs include new business and development, or patent and intellectual property rights. And third, research talent management also includes recruiting talented PhD. Then there are the core jobs in upstream and downstream product manufacturing, such as process design for production, supply chain management, and quality control. These occupations involve researching new technologies and creating products in collaboration with sales and production divisions within a predetermined schedule. Basic research personnel develop new areas with the expectation of creating an advantage in the future. In many cases, they conduct joint research with universities and public institutions. In the medical supply field, joint research with overseas group is also prominent. It's necessary to be able to foresee what industry your research theme will become useful for in the future. And next, applied research personnel use the result of basic research to conduct research that will lead to specific technologies products. Technology development personnel aim to establish technologies to effectively produce and provide products and services. And production and manufacturing technology personnel are in charge of work ranging from planning and designing production lines, selection individual equipment, and determining specification to installing and adjusting equipment. Within a team, they jointly conduct operations with a division of roles such as electricity, machinery, and controls. Today, as a small world, multimodal production has become mainstream. The role of production and manufacturing technology engineering is becoming more significant. Next, quality control. Next is quality personnel. Quality personnel plan inspection and check the actual size to prevent problems in the manufacturing process. Production management personnel control production in accordance with the plan and request from sales representative. So maintenance personnel inspect and maintain production line. And furthermore, in recent years, there has been increasing demand for engineers in the architecture and civil engineering field among Japanese companies. Architecture and civil engineering design can be largely divided into three categories, like housing for individual homes and apartment buildings. And next, other architecture for office buildings and large stores. And like civil for parks, roads, and tunnels. Surveying involves to determine the topography of sites. Cost management involves calculating and managing budget and the cost of construction work. And finally, construction management personnel. This one executes control over construction and civil engineering work and acts as field foreman. The job content varies depends on the kind of construction work and the scale of the project. They work together with the others to lead work according to schedule. In the case of large buildings or civil engineering work, they sometimes coordinate with subcontractors. And next, let us share some of the typical industries in which international students find employment. First is the manufacturing industry. The manufacturing industry includes a wide variety of industries. Here are kind of manufacturers. They can be divided into many industries based on what they produce. For example, automobile manufacturers produce automobile. Electronic manufacturers have televisions, personal computers, and mobile phones. And food manufacturers make instant noodles, snacks, and beverages. In addition to everyday products, they manufacture used semiconductors, electrical components, and materials in housing and automobile. The challenges for manufacturers is increasing scales on days when products need to sell better. So creating high quality products and products with a story that attracts and resonates with consumers is becoming increasingly essential. It's very, very significant issues for all of the engineers. Okay, and this slide shows typical industries in the information communication domain. The emergence and the rapid progress of communication tools such as mobile phone and internet have made our lives significantly more convenient. We can now order what we want from online shops and use search engines to acquire various information about things we want to know. This has all been made possible by information and communication technology that is called ICT. In addition to simply designed software, the software industry has recently begun constructing services and constructing service for their customers' information and communication industries offer significant possibilities for new business opportunities and are expected to grow further. With the development and spread of information and communication technologies, there is an increased demand for computer system engineers at computer companies and in-house engineers at other companies. Programmers follow specification to create computer programs and are in charge of creating the flow chart that determines the processing procedure, coding in the program languages, and checking the operation. And system engineers learn about and design a system that suits the goals and demands of customers. This occupation requires the ability to listen to others and propose ideas and communicate effectively. And network engineers develop systems, especially for networks within a computer system. Currently, the utilization of networks between location inside and outside companies and between companies and consumers is a significant theme for corporate strategy. And surprisingly, network engineers are receiving particular attention among IT application. And customer engineer provide lectures on how to operate systems and hardware so that customers can use computer system effectively. They also perform regular inspections and respond to problems. And system maintenance personnel regularly inspect computer systems and adjust systems in accordance with the replacement on computers or peripheral device. System operation personnel provides operation management to ensure that installed system operates without problems. Lastly, system consultants provide expert advice and planning when companies implement computerized business system. They meet with customers to address any demands and issues and propose appropriate solutions. Okay? And if you're interested in working for a Japanese company, we recommend that you use the Open for Professionals program run by JETRO, a Japanese public organization. On this website, you can search for job openings and internship information at Japanese companies that actively employ English speakers. You can search for information on companies headquartered in various prefectures throughout Japan. So international students living in rural area can also search for job openings. So please check the QR code if you are interested in this website. Yeah, I recommend this website very strongly, especially for the students living in rural area. And JobTree Japan is a site that helps you see the landscape of jobs in Japan. Use it to explore job categories by industry, check typical skills and tests, and understand how roles connect. So you will also find links. So you will find this website throughout this QR code. So this is a very useful information site for international students. So it is a great for mapping a path from your major to specific job. Okay, and JPOT Match is a matching platform for international students. If you create a profile, your personal profile on this website, companies looking for global talent in Japan can find you. It's very, very useful website. So it's a two-way connection between you and employers, like Japanese companies. So this platform can help you get offers even before applying. Okay. And LinkedIn is professional networking platform to show your skills, projects, and publications. Please use it to connect with recruiters and alumni for companies and set open to work. You can also search and apply for jobs and join active industry communities in Japan. JPort Journal is a career support portal for international students in Japan. It offers step-by-step guides for entry sheet and interviews, company and industry explanation. Plus insights on how work results and workplace culture. And please use it to prepare systemically, discover events and seminars, and learn from senpai stories. Yeah, from my personal support experiences, alumni senpai's information is quite helpful for your effective job hunting in Japan. So please utilize such kind of website. And for academia posts in Japan, we strongly recommend getting access to this JRECAM. Very, very popular website in Japan for academic careers. This website is available in English and Japanese. JRECAM portal contains all the open academic posts in Japan. So you can search by entering any specific keywords, location, or research field, and then find out whether there is an opportunity for the postdoctors or up to 10-year post. One thing post. So one thing I will want to mention, however, is that also you can search in 2 languages, including English. Searching in Japanese will run to 10 times more hits than English. I have to say that. Yeah. And if you are considering starting a business, we strongly recommend that you seek professional advice regarding residency status and business management. Then there are some relevant resources such as TIEC or Tokyo International Recruit Navigator Center, which is an organization of Tokyo Metropolitan Government. Each one of these places, they are located in Yotsuya, Tokyo, but you can actually receive some of this support in English or any other languages in the case of TIEC aside. If you live further away from Tokyo, there is online consultation service, so please try to use this service. And please check the website whether that kind of service is available or not. So also, there are some opportunities where you can find the real job opportunities and you can receive some training programs for the successful job hunting in Japan. And when you advance your career, you definitely would like to enjoy your life. In order to enjoy your career, your recommendation is to find the area where it interacts with what you can do, what you must do, and what you will or want to do. So if you happen to work in the environment where all these 3 elements are satisfied, then you will be able to enjoy your career. So how to achieve it? Through your job, how you achieve it. So this is a big question. So we will focus on this topic in the self-analysis and company research seminar held on October. So please join this seminar with your friends. And at the same time now, let's keep in mind to try to maximize what you can do and what you must do and what you will do. And look for this area, this slide. Okay, please consider about this thing. So now let's move on to the next part. We will talk about active image career image for science and technology students. And first of all, let us discuss an overview of typical employment system here in Japan. As you know, it's well known that Japan has quite unique employment system and customs. So if you want to pursue your career in Japan, it's very important to understand the environment, starting from the upper side. And first of all, seniority-based system. As for the evaluation and promotion system, some companies still have seniority-based system. Secondly, lifetime employment. Japan used to have a lifetime employment system, which means once an employee joins the company, They will stay working in the company until the retirement. This custom is now changing. However, some companies still expect longer time contributes even for international students. And now let's take a look at the next box. Membership-based employment in Japan mainstream. To understand why many companies in Japan put so much importance on hiring fresh graduates, this concept is quite important. This is a form of employment in which the company may transfer employees from one department to another or from one location to another, because there are no clear regulation regarding job description or work location. So unlike other countries, Japanese companies recruit a large number of fresh graduates while not specifying the certain job description and assign them to the most efficient position and develop them by conduct frequent job rotation. So here, everyone, what do you think is the typical size of Japanese companies where international students find employment? Is it a large company or a small company or startups? So please consider about this question for a while. Okay, do you know the size of Japanese companies where the largest number of international students work? Can you imagine it? Okay, so the answer is small companies. In fact, more than half of the international students are now working in small companies with less than 100 employees. In some cases, international students may only know global companies, but in my experience of support, international students who sought out small companies have seized the opportunities to find employment through internships and part-time jobs. And this slide shows the ranking of industries and occupations in which former international students are working in Japan. The first characteristic is that manufacturing accounts 84.4%. The first industry is this one. The first industry is the wholesale and retail industry, and followed by academic, research, professional, and technical services. And the third is information and communication industry. In contrast, this one, manufacturing industry accounts for 15.2%. 15.2% of the total. And let's imagine what type of business they have. The first is this one, metal product. The first one is metal product. Followed is groceries, and the third is electric machinery and apparatus. And let's take a look at the breakdown of job types. This one. This one. Translation and interpretation comes in first, followed by information processing and information and communication in second, and planning, marketing, research in third. Also, the technical science major tend to prefer manufacturers. There are many overseas jobs in industries other than manufacturing, such as IT industry, IT industry. So we want to encourage you to investigate as many industries or company as possible. Yeah, it's quite important point for your successful job hunting in Japan. So please remember it. Okay, and by the way, especially for the PhD students who have a strong will to stay in Japan and be successful, this is a special treatment for a professions pointed based system. This is very quite significant issues for all talented international students. Also, which is very useful for the individuals who wants to do many things in the company. As we have explained in the previous slides, there is an opportunity for you to work as a researcher and do some new business development. On the other hand, if you want to change your business function within the company, change your job, or exchange the company, you will have to challenge the difference between what you measure what you measure in at the university or graduate school and what you want to do in the company. The point-based system will allow you to obtain the permanent resident status in Japan. Also, if you have 70 points, you will be able to continue working for 3 years to apply for permanent residency. If you have 80 points, you can apply for permanent residence in 1 year of work experience in Japan. So use these systems to widen your career your options, especially if you like the company you have joined or want to contribute to many other elements for other companies. Then considering applying for this permanent residency is one possible area. So this is a very quite a complicated system to understand entirely. So please check carefully with such kind of websites throughout the QR code and the upper left side. Okay. And finally, let us talk about how to do science and technologies job hunting. By the way, for the case of the science technology recruiting process, it is open process, which we have just explained. It's very typical one. However, for the case of science or technology major students, there are some additional screening or entry process. Number 1 is called school recommendation, which is a semi-open process, which means that the school consider about applications for students to work for a certain company. You have some screening process to go through, and you may receive recommendation letter by the school, and then apply for the job. This used to be very powerful. However, in recent days, even though you have received a certain school recommendation, sometimes you may be rejected through this screening process. Yeah, so please check carefully about the current situation about it. And the second unique thing about the science measure is professor recommendation. It's a very closed system. Professor would receive requests from many companies asking them to recommend certain candidates. So this professor recommendation is always very powerful on top of this open process. However, in case of open process, you may end up receiving so many letters of intent, which is so-called in Japanese naitei. or 990. And you can choose from any of these available options. However, if you have a school recommendation and then you are successfully receiving the letter of intent, 主意書, so-called in Japanese, from that company, then you may better continue this particular path, because if you reject a letter of intent from such a company, then the company will have to reconsider if they would offer for your school or not in the future. So this means that it will affect your other students not to be able to join that kind of channel. So in the case of professor recommendation, this one, this is a more critical. In the professor if the professor recommends you to join company, then you better stick with it and stop all other recruiting process. The biggest worry and concern is the case in which you decided to proceed to a PhD course from your master, and then there is no guarantee to advance to the PhD in that case. If you have received the professor recommendation and then later you have found one PhD post, then it will be very crucial. We are sorry we don't have much time to discuss about this theme details today, but please consider about it. And anyway, this is a very typical unique recruiting process for the science technology students. For PhD students, so please, I recommend that to consult with your supervisor about your career path after getting the PhD degree. Yeah, it's very, very important thing for your career path. And then the recent changes, development in the science and technology job hunting process is the introduction of the internship. The internship became an official recruiting or screening process, especially for engineering or science majors. So on top of school recommendation or professor recommendation, internship applications are very popular. You would then spend a few weeks or at least a week doing some close to real job at the company. So you will be able to advance to this follow-up hiring process much more smoothly than going through other ways. And this screening process has dual value for companies to know you, and you can know much about the companies too. So we have to say that most applicants for internships are very competitive because not all internship opportunities are totally open. So please keep attention to finding opportunities for participating in the internship. And if you are interested in participating in internships, it's necessary to learn more about Japanese-style internships. So this TIEC Career Forum held a seminar about Japanese-style internship preparation in June. So if you didn't attend it, please watch the archives video on YouTube. Okay, so please check the QR code. Okay. Then, how you can prepare for upcoming job hunting activity? Here, we have to say that Japanese style of hiring process is not easy to understand for international students. So we highly recommend you all to get well prepared. As a preparation, you may want to start with self-analysis and self-reflection. You can clarify your strengths as well as your important values. After knowing yourself well, You might want to move on to the industry or company research. If you are not sure what kind of job you are interested in, you may consider joining internship programs as we explained. Also, for international students, we strongly recommend meeting with alumni. You can ask about Japanese work environment, and sometimes you can receive effective advice on specific career channel for international job seekers. And lastly, preparation for screening process. If your school has a career center, please visit the career center. Also, please utilize some public career support centers like RESC. We introduced that previous slide. So if the career center of your university doesn't provide career services in English, I imagine that many Japanese universities don't provide the career services entirely in English. So please consider to utilize such kind of public institutions for consulting your job preparation of job hunting in Japan. Okay. And from now onwards, let's understand the general job hunting schedule for fresh graduates. In this slide, let us start with the March graduates. Usually, job hunting starts in your third year at university. Yeah, this one. Around July, some international companies start their selection process. Also, some of Japanese companies set up summer internship programs. Official job information will be released on the first day of March, around this term. And from this point, companies start accepting application all at once. And around July, official job information will be released on the first day of March. From this point, companies start accepting the application all at once. And since the applicants are usually required to submit, this one, entry sheet or entry form for each companies. And job seeking students will be extremely busy during this period. So please open your schedule. Please consider about adjusting your schedule in this term. Then applicants will be invited to the screening process, such as screening process, group interview and individual interview. So if everything goes smoothly, you will receive an official job offer around June. In case of you haven't received the offer, in case you haven't received an offer at the point, you can continue job hunting. Some of the companies, especially mid and small-sized companies, are conducting year-round recruitment lately. Yeah, so please check the company's hiring schedule if you have a specific company you are interested in. Okay? Right. And then let's take a look at the model schedule for September graduates. The base is the same as March graduates, but the time frame is slightly different. In the case of September graduates, ideally you should start job hunting before starting the summer vacation 1 year prior to your graduation. This means that September graduates should start preparing for job hunting before the summer of their their third year of undergraduate student studies, first year of master's studies, or second year of doctoral studies. And please take a look at the point your graduation timing. your graduation timing. Probably some of you won't join a company soon after graduation. As we explained again and again, Japan's mainstream is April entrance. This one, April entrance. So in most cases, you will be asked to wait for the half-year round. Then if you want to stay in Japan, you need to switch your visa to specific status, which is called designated activities. So regarding this visa change, I will talking about specifically later on. That's the important point for September graduates. And now, this slide shows key points for the selection process in Japan. The top ranking factor is communication skills, especially for those of you in STEM field. It's crucial to establish the communication with interview. Make an effort to engage in conversation with professors and working professionals regularly in your daily life. Communication skill is very, very essential factors for your successful job hunting in Japan. So please remember it. Very crucial point. In any case, an important point to succeed in job hunting in Japan is to start your preparation as soon as possible. Let's put into action the knowledge we gained in today's seminar right away. Okay, and finally, we'd like to talk about the 3 important things about pursuing a fulfilling job in Japan for talented foreigners. The first one is to understand the characteristics of Japanese career path. And the second one is to consider how you will make the most of your strengths as a talented foreigner in Japanese organization. In this uncertain economic situation, Japanese organizations need to change their old ways. So we would truly like to say that talented foreigners, of course, including you, are expected to be change agents of Japanese organizations. And lastly, to expand your network in Japanese society. This is the last comment I'd like to give you all in this first part. While you are in Japan, please expand your social network in Japan. The experience you gain here will be an intangible asset in your career. Yeah, I truly believe it. Okay, so finally, we'd like to move on to the second session, the typical job hunting pathways for international students in science and technological field. And here we can see the typical job hunting pathways for international students. The first common rule is through introductions or recommendation from university laboratories or professors. In Japan, laboratory connections are very strong and professors often have direct links to the company. And many students get introduced to internships or full-time positions in this way. Another important pathway is through the University Career Office. Career Office hosts job fairs or company seminars designed for international students. And these are excellent chances to meet HR staff directly, sometimes in English-friendly setting. So even if you don't have strong personal networks yet, you can start from your laboratory connections and career office events, both a highly trusted route in Japan. And then here we share the job hunting experiences of 2 international students in science and technology fields. The first one is an international student from India who studied at Masters in Mechanical Engineering. And he received a job offer from research and development at a major manufacturer in Japan. The next student is from Nepal, who studied at Masters in Machine Learning. And then he gained job offer as an engineer at an IT startups. This is the story of Kei-san from India, who studied mechanical engineering. He now works in research and development field at the major manufacturer, developing next-generation companies, testing new materials, and doing simulations and prototyping. He also collaborates with global teams on cross-border projects. Why did he choose this company? Laboratory senior senpai introduced internships for him. He was impressed by the advanced research environment and strong teamwork culture. So he felt his ideas were valued and believed he could grow long-term there. How did he prepare? So he tapped his lab alumni networks, asked senior for advice, and followed up with HR representative after fairs. He learned what companies expect from international candidates. And he also did clear self-analysis, highlighting strengths in simulations and sustainable design, and refined application with professor and career center feedback. Through the internship, he became confident about his direction. He confirmed he wants a place to use technical expertise and contribute to innovation. So he also saw the value of aligning personal values with the company's long-term vision. Now, P-san from Nepal, who majored in machine learning. He works at tech startups, building recommendation algorithm, AI-based analytics systems, and handling model development, deployment, and performance monitoring. How did he get in this job? He joined a joint seminar by his university's career center. There were no English-speaking staff, but a Japanese friend helped translate. An early startup recruiter said they hire engineers without requiring Japanese fluency, which led to an informal offer, and then the selection process. Yeah. Sometimes in my support experiences for non-Japanese speaking students, sometimes Japanese company gives an informal selection process. But if you, in such kind of case, if you have a specific expertise or you are measuring the specific field, like machine learning or some specific field. So, if you are interested in this field or issue, please consult with your alumni or your supervisor of your laboratory. Yeah. So please, never miss the chance to get the new opportunities in Japanese company. And in his search, he targeted English-friendly startups, joined events, leveraged student networks, and tracked AI trends in Japan. He built a strong technical portfolio in English, showcasing his thesis and projects. In interviews, he used diagrams and real-world examples to explain his work. And his clear technical communication, even without fluent Japanese, made him stand out. Yeah. And looking ahead, he wants to become a lead engineer and guide global expansion. His longer-term dream is to help build an inclusive tech ecosystem in Japan, where engineers from diverse backgrounds can work and thrive together. So if you don't have the much confidence in using the fluent Japanese, so I recommend that to showcasing your works or your thesis or projects. Some takeaways of your projects. So to visualize your achievement is very, very effective way for showcasing your knowledge or your talents. Okay. And this slide introduces another set of job hunting routes for international students. And one growing pathway is social media platforms such as LinkedIn. Companies in Japan are increasingly using LinkedIn to post jobs, search for talent, and connect with students. So it's especially useful if you want to highlight your skills, research, and projects. And another pathway is through events organized by student association or international exchange groups. So these communities often create opportunities to meet seniors, it's so-called in Japanese senpai, who already work in Japan, and to learn about job openings or company culture through informal conversation. For many international students, these peer networks and online platforms open doors that traditional routes may not provide, especially for startups and global companies. So in this session, I want to say that to expand your social network or to utilize the social media is very, very effective way for getting new opportunities in Japanese society, especially for English-speaking students. Yeah. Okay. And here we share the job hunting experience of such kind of case to international students who experience such kind of process. The first student is an international student from Bangladesh who gained PhD in machine learning, and she received job offer as an engineer at startups. The next student is from China who studied bachelor course in production engineering, and he received job offer as a consultant at a foreign affiliated firm. Here is the story of A-san from Bangladesh who earned a PhD in machine learning field. She is now working as a software engineer at the fast growing startup. Her tasks include back-end architecture design, building a scalable system, and contributing to AI-related research and development projects. And she found her company through an internship posting on LinkedIn. During her 6-month internships, she took on real engineering tasks. The flat hierarchy and mentorship culture convinced her to join full-time in this company. How did she prepare for her job hunting in Japan? She made active use of LinkedIn and joined tech communities in Japan. She searched for companies that welcomed foreign PhDs and had a dynamic, innovative environment. And she also attended meetups to launch the startup culture directory. In her portfolio, she showcased research papers that have coding projects and explained them clearly in interview. She even practiced simplifying technical ideas into basic Japanese, showing both communication skills and technical strengths. Looking ahead, A-san hopes become a lead engineer and eventually launch her own startups in Japan. She wants to use her skills to solve real-world problems and contribute to making Japan a global tech hub. Her vision is to create innovative solutions and also support international collaboration through technologies. Now let's look at W-san from China, who studied production engineering. He is working as a junior consultant at foreign affiliated consulting firm in Tokyo. His daily tasks involve data analysis, preparing client reports, and supporting project planning for manufacturing clients. He enters the company after alumni networking event hosted by International Exchange Group. There, he met a senior employee who invited him to company seminar. The open culture and international project opportunities made him decide to join. How did he prepare for consulting? He researched firms that valued analytical skills and diverse backgrounds. He attended industry events, read case studies, and reached out to alumni through social media. He practices case interviews, refined his resume with support from Career Center, and improved his Japanese writing and speaking. Importantly, he prepares strong answers to explain why a science major like him wanted to enter the consulting industry. In the future, W-san hopes to become a project leader handling cross-border consulting projects across Asia. He aims to combine his engineering background with business consulting expertise. His goal is solve complex problems for global companies and act as a bridge between technology and business.
Welcome to the kill zone. I feel the silence chasing me. Shadows follow me everywhere.